Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. It was done using this cipher, which me and my friend Loren Sherman have been developing since 2011, and it uses a combination of these 4 different shaped letter stems and these modifiers, which are either dots like these or lines like these, in conjunction with these 4 different shaped letter stems to make the consonants. And vowels are smaller circles, so like these little guys. And they have different positions depending on what vowel they are and if they're attached on a consonant stems. And then there are also numbers, which this guide doesn't show the numbers. It's written in the full guide document here. And numbers are done by putting different amounts of lines or dots in space between digit rings. And each digit ring starts with a decimal point. So these thick circles are the decimal points at the end of each number. And then we have our first concentric ring, which is the ones column, and then our second one, which is the tens column. So this is a 2-digit number, so tens column and ones column. This is also a 2-digit number, tens column and ones column, whereas this has 1, 2, 3, 4 digits. It is the last number of the date. And so if you're reading these numbers, the outer bigger digit is the outer bigger number. So our first digit of this has 1 line going through it right there. So that makes it a 1 in the tens column. And then we have 2 lines going through the second digit. So that would be a 12. 1, 2, and the decimal point. So there's the 12. And then we have this number. We have nothing in the outer column. So that would be a 0. And then 1, 2, 3 on the inner one. So that would be an 03 with the decimal point. Then continue around. Here's our last word, our last number. Oh, order, reading order. You read starting at the bottom and then go counterclockwise, and it spirals outer to inner, so outwards to inwards, which is why I'm starting with the date and then going into the names. And then this mark here is a start and orientation marker, and that tells you where the bottom is and which direction counterclockwise is. So that way you'll be able to orient yourself depending on how you're holding your arm in the tattoo. So yeah, we have the 12, we have the 03, and then we have 2 lines in the outer circle. No lines in this one, and that's very important that this little line here does not connect all the way through and has that little gap right there, because we cannot have any lines in this space. If there was a line passing through here, then this would be a 1, not a 0, and then we have 1 line here, and then 1 line plus a dot, and these dots are open circles, are worth 5. So 5 plus 1 is 6, so 5, 6, and then ones column makes this 2, 0, 1, 6, so 2016. Okay, so let's get to the actual names inside here. So starting at the bottom, going counterclockwise, this is our first word, and the bottom of it is right here, and our first letter is this one. In fact, there are 2 letters first. They are stacked, and when letters are stacked, they are in the same row, they have the same letter stem, and consonants are read before vowels. So if there's a little circle with a big circle, you read the little circle after the big circle. Even though this A is below our shallow divot letter stem, because it's still attached to it and in that same line, it is read after the A. The A is read after the S. So 1, 2, 3 lines attached to this shallow divot make it in the 3-line column. So we have shallow divot letter stem, because it's like a bite taken out of a cookie of this word circle. And then because it has this 1 thin line plus 1, 2 thick lines ending on it, and this thick line, it can go wherever, do whatever. I just wrapped it around to keep it kind of simplistic, so that way it's taking up a bit less space, and also to add a bit of balance between the thick circles around here. So S-A, then a G has 1 line on it, and is a deep divot stem with the E in the middle, and then there's 1, 2, 3 lines making the hyphen between the Sage Marie, and the hyphen has 3 parallel lines like that, and that is connecting from the word circle to the sentence circle. And then we have these 2 letters here. Again, they're attached right in line, and this has 1, 2, 3 lines on the M, and then we have another A outside the word circle here. And even though there's 3 vowels in a row here, this A is closer to and attached to this word circle, whereas these 2 A's are actually part of this word circle. They're just connecting nicely to make a little line right there. And then we have the R with 1, 2, 3 dots, and then we have 2 E's stacked. So they're this letter stem, the base vowel stem, and the 2 E's are just two concentric little circles on the line of the word circle. So SAGE hyphen MAREE. And then our next word here, starting at the bottom, this A, again, is the A in Marie, so it's not part of this word. Our first letter is actually this A here. So that's the A, and then we have this shallow divot with 2 dots. Shallow divot 2 dots is an SH, and then we have an I line going inwards, and then 1, 2, 3 dots on the R, and then the A. And in the original design I sent you, I noticed I didn't have the I here. So this design is correct. This says Ashira. It doesn't say Ashra, like I thought. Yay for checking and double checking and triple checking. This I here is correct. If you don't have the I here, you don't have an I there. So all of the files I sent you via email will be this correct design. The message I sent you in the longer message chain with the incorrect files, those are incorrect. But everything with this video and in this is correct. This is how it do be. Okay, so there's the I on the Ashira, and then our last word here, starting at the bottom, we have our letter A at the beginning of always, and that is a circle by itself outside our word circle, and it is not directly in line with this consonant, which is here in this position, so that means it's by itself. So we have the A, and then we have 1, 2, 3 dots on this consonant, making it an L. And even though these dots get pretty close to this shallow divot already has lines on it, and you can't have both dots and lines on the same letter. So that means these dots have to go somewhere, and the closest letter is that one, so they go here. So AL, then we have a W, 2 lines, just like I did the 2 lines here on the S, except the third line is there on the S. So W, another A, just like that A, and then a Y is a bigger circle, but still on the line of the word circle, and a Y has 2 dots. And then we have our S. 1, 2, 3 lines attached to the S. So, anyway. We have altogether, we have 1, 2, 12, 0, 3, 0, 3. 1 plus another 1 is 2, 0, 1, 6, so 2016. SAGE, Sage, hyphen Marie, and then Ashira, and then always. And that's that design. I hope you like it. Thanks, bye.